aggressive forkings, which lead to unwelcome facial bloodcockies, and volubless sins I have to write about them. I can't confirm if it was perpetrated by the actor or the character, but I'm sending this absolutely hilarious miskick. Gendering your shapes. Humanity living in a world where the sentence, those f***ing ex-bastards tried to kill all of us, doesn't feel all that surreal. Forgetting to turn the other tentacle.
자, 여러분! 인원 점검 좀 해봅시다!
Math.
거기서 지금 뭐 하시는 거예요?
Convenient vomiting, which leads to discovery of traitor, is convenient for everyone other than the vomiter and the poor bastards at home who are forced to watch him vomit.
아니 내가 잠이 안 와가지고 뭐 좀 찾다가.
Being able to deceive Junho for multiple years when this is the caliber of your suspicious activity defense.
당신 뭐야?
Sog Shank re-swim them.
저 동그라미 새끼들 뭔가 수상한데요. 뭔가 지들끼리 작당 모의하는 것 같은데.
Right? It's almost like they're doing the same math you just did and came to the same conclusion regarding the vote and might also be planning to fix that situation. Don't feel bad that you missed it. I'm just making a very reasonable deduction based on exactly the same information that you have.
괜찮을까요? 아까 화장실에서 진짜 장난 아니었다는데.
Needing confirmation of craziness from a vague they when you've just confirmed 5 deaths happened, at least one of them via sushi fork.
계단 위쪽에 이 게임을 컨트롤하는 놈들과 시설이 있어요.
Gi-hun has no idea what's on the upper levels. It could be more games or prisons or a Walmart for all he knows. Isn't it just as likely that the control rooms are underground or that this place is being managed from a remote location entirely? Gi-hun shouldn't be planning an insurrection with guesswork presented as facts.
그놈을 잡으면 우리가 이길 수 있어요.
Again, Gi-hun's confidence here is completely unwarranted. He has no clue how important the front man truly is to the games. There could be a dozen front people who are disposable. Also, win what? I mean, your freedom, sure, but for most of these people, freedom means going back to being massively in debt. Other than Gi-hun, who appears to be letting his newfound privilege get the better of him.
뺏으면 돼.
가면들한테요?
No, from all the other people you've seen walking around with guns, disposable character created purely to ask stupid questions.
조용히 침대 밑으로 이동하세요. 우리를 공격하려는 놈들에게.
I must have missed that diplomatic conference episode where Under the Beds was designated as a demilitarized zone. Must have been cut in favor of more voting. Show is either trying to distract me from the senseless killing with a strobe light-induced migraine or trying to distract me from my strobe light-induced migraine with some senseless killing.
대의를 위해서 작은 희생은 감수하자는 건가요?
Protagonist has to make a tough call, which results in innocent deaths or Spock dying of radiation poisoning. Cliché. Not providing your employees with elevator music. That's one of the best parts of being in an elevator, aside from doing some mute tooting and watching everyone try to figure out who did it.
이러면 우리도 저 가면 쓴 놈들과 다를 게 없어요.
Gi-hun's stance is very clear. There will be no killing of strangers who tried to kill you because they were told to, unless they're strangers wearing masks who were told to kill you by someone Gi-hun doesn't like. There never seems to be that many squid troopers hanging around during the game, so what are all of these people doing when there isn't an uprising to quash? Just hanging out in their rooms? Feels like their numbers just doubled because the finale suddenly requires some faceless squid fodder for the heroes to kill.
우리 이곳을 가둔 놈들을 잡아서 이 게임을 끝내고 그 죄값을 치르게 할 겁니다.
Hope the production team ordered enough squid sashimi to satisfy the sudden arrival of a Hunger Games.
총기를 다룰 줄 아는 분들 중에서 저희와 함께 가실 분들은 앞으로 나와주세요.
Thinking experience is a viable substitute for trust.
같이 집에 갑시다. 다 같이요.
But they don't want to go home with you, my friend. That's what this entire season has been about. Should be pretty fucking clear that the O's are quite happy to let you go ahead and get killed so that they can claim more prize money. Also, I can't believe they're willing to arm the O's at all. Time and again, they voted for money, not justice. You know they are more likely to turn those weapons on you rather than a system they're actually rather fond of.
각자 무전기 하나씩 소지하겠습니다. 주파수는 행운의 7번으로 하겠습니다.
It's so lucky that we won't even need to bother doing something smart, like listening in on the other channels to see if we can hear what the squid guards are doing. Wait, they didn't have any guards stationed at this door? Okay, they retreated, but since then the Rebel Alliance has neatly organized their guns, had an MP5 for Squidiots lesson, and a powwow about who's joining the revolution. Surely that's enough time to send an army down to cover this corridor, aka tactical bottleneck. Wasting ammunition. Hope you enjoy the progressive tones of an MP5 as much as I do, people, because that will score most of the next 30 minutes. This look of recognition suggests he knows this is Frontman and is surprised by his presence. But how does he know this is Frontman? Isn't anonymity the whole point of the masks? Or was this square face on the cliff edge at the end of season 1 too? In that case, I demand a confirmational flashback, which I would then also send. Bullets fired directly by the writers. Presumably all of these stairs over and up here are accessible by the squid guards, so why aren't they shooting from there? It's all right here in the Obi-Wan mantra of fighting things. Isn't this the sort of thing that's pretty easy to override, though? Can't they just turn this door off or remove the mask's access like a key card? These people have so many buttons at their disposal. There must be a way.
너는 여기 씨랑 오면 되지 왜 날 걸 보냐?
그래도 네가 내 친구잖아.
Having friends like Yi-hun. All the evidence suggests that this guard was very quick to shoot the head off of one of his own people.
바지 주머니에다 탄창했어.
This is news to you? Meaning, when you were collecting gear back at the bunks, you found some ammo in the radios, but didn't bother to search a single pink pocket? Never mind. These finales always have endless ammo, so I'm sure it won't become a vital plot point or anything.
컨트롤룸 계단 막아.
Either this is an order that should have been given a while ago, or these guys were all performing a very important task in here that has now been abandoned.
제가 할게요. 저 총알이 없어요. 이거 가져가요. 가는 길에 가면들이 있을 수도 있어요.
Wait, his logic was that he would go because he's out of ammo and is therefore no use in this fight. But now he has a gun, so that he can fight his way back? Listen, I didn't believe for a second that they were winning this fight, so I don't think we needed the ammo is held up by the one traumatized soldier subplot to seal their doom.
저놈들은 눈치채면 밀고 내려올 거야. 대우가 올 때까지 버티려면.
Using the we're low on fuel plot from the Star Wars movie that shall not be named to goose your tension.
뭐하려고? 탄창 가져오게.
I'm beginning to think that this facility wasn't just inspired by MC Escher, but that they've actually found a way to physically alter the human perspective of space. I can't fathom how else Gi-hun manages to survive this.
쟤 뭐야?
Asking this question to someone who has the exact same amount of information as you do. I'm watching the movie at the same time as you, Mom.
나보다 먼저 죽으면은 나한테 죽을 줄 알아 너.
If the thing happens to you, then I'll make sure the same thing happens again, but by my hands, comical redundancy cliche.
걱정 마, 너보다 오래 살 거니까.
Scene does not contain Gi-hun looking directly into the camera and telling the audience Jung-bae is deader than our tax should be.
올라오면서 여기 구조로부터 봤는데 분명히 뒤로 돌아가는 길이 있을 겁니다.
I know there's a lot going on, but Gi-hun doesn't question Young-il's ability to leave his body, get an aerial view of the layout of this place, and confidently claim to know there's an alternate entrance.
여시 되면 들려요? 여시 어디요? 여시 들려요?
In a very generic shooty-shooty finale, I do love that there's at least one character, be they Marine or not, who is struggling with being in an all-out firefight. Surprise, war ain't as fun as them movies make it out to be. Oh no, nameless contestant 1 and 2, you have been betrayed. Please pause while I take precisely 3 seconds to mourn their tragic / relatable / entirely missing backstory and relevance.
정리 시작해.
I'm confused by who exactly is in on the whole undercover frontman thing. This guard seems super shocked, but when he comes on the radio, they're all ready to take his orders, as if it's not weird that he's been missing for a few days and suddenly back, giving orders.
항복합시다. 어떻게든 살아야죠.
Assuming the Geneva Convention applies to the highly illegal death games you're trying to overthrow. Frontman shoots an important character in the finale of Squid Game. Cliché. Trying to compete with the boys for most depressing season finale of 2024. The world's already a dumpster fire. We don't need that much doom and gloom in our TV show endings. Post-credit scenes that spoil the one character whose backstory I'm interested in by introducing a man from their past trying to steal their job. Sure, he's got a degree from Harvard, but she's got street smarts, a fiery determination, and a mother who's impossible to please. But will she finally let her guard down enough to give him the green light and discover the one thing she's been missing the most? Coming fall 2025, Sandra Bullock and Ryan Gosling in A Squid is Born. No. Squidless in Squidaddle. No, that's definitely worse. When Harry Met Squidly. Look, if you don't want me to fill in the gaps, stop with your vague post-credit scenes that stomp on your actual cliffhanger. Serensquidity.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
What the hell are you doing in here so late?
I'm looking at porn.
So how are we supposed to get the guns?
Well, I guess I'm gonna take it from you.
Our Father, art, who is up in heaven, aloe vera be thy name.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.